Another Tuesday, another hero added to the roster. Hey guys, the Uniques here. And it's not just, Medivh getting added to the roster. There's a lot of stuff that they added to the game here in this patch. But obviously, one of the main things to note about the patch is the addition to Medivh to the roster. The last guardian. Under the demon lord Sargera's influence, Medivh opened the dark portal and unleashed the horde upon Azeroth. To atone for this sin, he rallied a new generation of heroes to stand against the Burning Legion. Now he takes his place amongst legends. This little first part right here is kind of actually is a big part in the Warcraft movie, which I just saw. So it's nice to know that it was under the Demon Lord Sargera that was the name of the demon. They never say that in the movie. They never ever say that. Like, oh, by the way, that demon that's controlling Medivh, yeah, his name is Sargera, But yeah, this first sentence here is pretty much what happens in the Warcraft movie. So, it's kind of the story of the first one. But this right here was not covered. Maybe they'll save that for the sequel, maybe. So, but yeah, Medivh, it's kind of cool, the timing. He was a big, important figure in the Warcraft movie that just came out, and, this past weekend, and now he's added to the roster. So, looks kind of similar. So, this is obviously his default look. It's got a red tint here, kind of green. It looks old here. This is his master skin. It's like there's no way to zoom out to look at the raven on his scepter here, his staff. But you can see the armor there. It's got more feathers around. Look at this. Oh, man. He looks like a High Templar. And look at this. Woo. Dark and purple. That's a pretty cool look. And then this is an interesting one. Night Owl Medivh. I'm not really sure what this is a play on, but it's almost like... he almost looks like that villain from Batman. Like... What's he called? The Owl or something? I don't know. He looks like an owl. I wonder what he was called. I forget the name of that villain, but you guys know who I'm talking about. The Talon? The Talon. I think that's what his name is. Yeah. That's what he kind of reminds me of here with this skin here. But anyway, what are his abilities? Well, he's a range specialist. Now, I do like my specialist, but he's set at difficulty at very hard. Which is kind of makes me cautious because Abathur is also ranked at very hard. So, and I've played a couple of training matches with him. Let me go over his abilities first before I give you what my initial thoughts before we try him out in a match. So his Q is Arcane Rift, launches a rift that deals 182 damage to enemies in its path. If an enemy hero is hit, reduce its cooldown by 5 seconds and refund 30 mana. So, if you're able to keep constantly hitting heroes, you can just do boom, 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 over and over. If it doesn't hit a hero, then you get the full cooldown and the full mana cost. But that's a cool little way to try and, use it to hit heroes. His W is Force of Will. Protect an allied hero from all damage for 1.5 seconds. You can also use it on yourself. His E is Portal. Creates a set of portals between you and the target location, allowing enemies to teleport between both. The portals last 6 seconds. His passive, his Z, is Raven form. Instead of mounting, Medivh can transform into a raven, increasing movement speed by 15%. While transformed, Medivh can see and fly over all terrain and is immune to all effects. So you can fly over the entire map. Like, forts can't hit you, towers can't hit you, enemy heroes can't hit you, the base can't hit you. You are immune to everything in Raven form. So, it's pretty interesting. He has 2 heroics, Polybomb. Polymorph an enemy hero, suppressing their attacks and silencing them for 2 seconds. On expiration, Polybomb spreads to other nearby enemy heroes within the radius. His second heroic is Leyline Seal. After half a second, unleash a wave of energy that imprisons enemy heroes in stasis for 3 seconds. So, yeah, he's a very odd, interesting built hero. Let's take a look at his talent tree. So, we can either have increased mana refund for the, Arcane Rift, increase the duration of the portal. You can be able to manually place the location for both portals. You can increase the mana regen in Raven form. And This is where I start to get cautious about myself playing Medivh. I could see someone in ranked play, like a teammate playing Medivh and like really utilizing him really well. I don't think I'm going to be able to utilize what Medivh is probably capable of to the best ability. It's kind of like with Abathur. If you put Abathur in the right hands, he is amazing. Me, myself, I'm not that great with Abathur. I don't necessarily like playing as him and don't necessarily like having him as a teammate if he's not a great player. If he's a great player, then, you know, even though I'm not too fond of it being 4 versus 5 virtually the entire match, with the exception of the Abathur hat, then, you know, I'm still kind of cautious, but I'm still kind of optimistic that at least he'll be able to do really well because I know he's a good player. 4. If you use your portal, you get block. You can increase the vision range of Raven. You can reveal heroes in a surrounding area. 7. Deal more damage after hitting a hero. There's a quest here. Hit 35 heroes to increase damage, but without dying. It says without dying. So, permanently increases the damage dealt by 100 and cooldown reduction by hitting hero by a second. Force Will deals area damage. Using portal grants a Raven familiar. At 13, reduces the cooldown for portal, increases the portal range, increases the Raven form movement speed to 30%. And then Force of Will, you can buff it either with where it shields nearby allies, increases duration, heals the target. At 20, you can have the polymorph spread faster and farther. You can have the seal be redirected while it's active. The Rift will instantly kill minions, so it's good for clearing lanes. And then 2 other active abilities, grants ability power and mana to allies, stealth an allied hero for 20 seconds. A very odd, I've done a couple of training matches with Medivh, and I am not too fond of playing him. He is very odd. I mean, I don't really know how I would play him. I mean, myself, I could definitely see other people that are high-skilled players, like really good high-skilled players. I could definitely see them using this guy and using him to the best of their abilities. Kind of like how I play Uther a certain way and don't usually use his activation abilities, but I know other people that are like, oh yeah, Uther's actually really good if you utilize a lot of his active abilities, like these. I could see certain players doing that, I'm just not too fond of how I would play him myself. I think he's definitely... I think it's clear that Blizzard is doing. They're releasing heroes now that are meant for high-level skill cap players. That are not necessarily meant for, players who are not very skilled or not very confident in their abilities like myself. These are heroes that are meant for, top-tier ranked players. And I'll get to that in a separate video that was added in this. But let's go ahead and do a versus AI match. So as you may notice, there's some differences that they have added to this game. For one thing, if you look here, the preseason has ended. They have now started a new Season 1. So, for example... hold on a second. Alright, so, if you look at match history... Well, actually not match history, statistics, for example. You can now be able to look at your lifetime stats for this season, or stats for the preseason, which is what everything was up until this point. So, for lifetime, including preseason and regular season, or the first season... You can still see your stuff. But look at this. It's no longer just to here. Just the first, this top 10. You can look at all your stats for every single hero. Whether it's wins, deaths, kills, and assists. All the way from your bottom to your top. I think that's a really cool addition. So that way you can kind of have an idea of who you're good with, who you're doing well with after a certain amount of matches and such. So, by the way... I have recently fallen in love with Lily in Hero League. She has become, my go-to healer, which is why, as you saw there in stats, I have over 1,000 assists with Lily. And she's already now one of my top winners here. At least she was in Hero League, because I was using her a lot in Hero League as the go-to healer. So, let's get underway with a versus AI match with Medivh. Oh, there's actually something else they've added that I forgot to show you here. I'll show it to you after this match. Oh, how fitting! We're playing a hero that can become a Raven, and we're playing on Cursed Hollow with the Raven Lord. Medivh, I'm sure, feels right at home. So obviously it's hard to get a feel when you're playing with AI teammates in training, especially when it comes to something like Portal, because obviously the AI doesn't necessarily think about using your portals. But like I said, I think he's definitely gonna be meant for high skill players in ranked play. He could be a big difference maker in certain cases. I could definitely see how he could be utilized.
I've scraped muck off my boot that was more heroic.
I know I have made mistakes in the past.
So because we're doing this,
here to correct them.
I love the little banter there.
The battle
Let's do mana regen.
10 seconds.
Alright, so let's look at his dance.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let
Let the battle begin.
Taunt.
I was murdered by my closest friends. Your fate
All
will
right.
be much worse.
So I've learned a couple things. Look at this. I can just fly over that. While messing with him. One, you can hit the fountain when you're in Raven form. So that way, you know, you don't necessarily have to go to human form to do that. As soon as you use an ability, he'll immediately do it. There's no, like, having to wait for him to demount or anything. Alright, so look at this. You cannot take the tower when you're in Raven form. But just look at this. I'm flying near the fort. Oh, it can't hit me. What a shame. Alright, let me head to the top. Help out Shen here. Taking on Stitches and Tassadar. See, I can just keep using Arcane Rift. I can place a portal right here in case I need to right back, and then so it's kind of like a nice little like teleport, kind of like Li Ming's teleport,
I see.
where you can do that to just kind of make a quick getaway. Now, obviously, it does take a moment to cast it, so that could be a bad thing. Oh, I missed. Oh, wait, no, I didn't.
For none of us.
I still hit them. And then, whoop, hit the fountain, and then, whoop, back to the lane. Love that. That I do like. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do this because it also permanently increases the Raven's form's vision range by 25. But you can increase this to 200 by 5%. So let's go ahead and do that. I could see myself doing a Raven form build somewhat, I guess. What the? Really? Uther? I'll just keep farming XP.
Heroes, gather tribute.
Wow, those guys are going for that, huh?
I will set things right.
So see, the range of Portal is actually, it can't be within this circle here. It has to be within this second circle that you see here. Ah! Thank you, Uther. Well, the opponent got that. That's wonderful. I'm gonna go back to base. Or not. Hold on a second. Maybe I'll just go ahead and help out Uther here. There we go.
There is much at stake.
Let's do this, Uther. Yeah, keep hitting Greymane.
It is time to act for the sake of our future.
Alright, level 7.
This time.
Now I'm gonna go back to
I will
base.
endeavor to return the favor. I must fall back for now.
Uh-oh. I didn't even notice what was going on here in mid. That's not good. Go fly straight to tribute. Our Chen, our Zagara. Yeah, this isn't going so well at the moment. Let's try this. I don't think I've tried this one yet. See there, I can be able to like give my teammates plenty of vision there. With that ability there, bird's eye view. Push this lane back. I forgot to use my W on myself. Whoopsie. Well, at least the AI Zagara is doing what Zagara's supposed to do, which is keep pushing the lane. And clearly Abathur is, or at least he was, down there. Oh, look at that. I got some aggressive AI teammates. They're like, get the camps!
Has not yet reached its conclusion.
Gather tribute or face my curse. The choice is simple.
Well done.
It's funny, when I'm using the night owl form, it sounds like an owl.
Fate smiles upon us.
Alright, I'm gonna go with Polybomb.
Change our heart.
Quick, hit the fountain. Abathur and Greymane, come on.
Onward.
Man, even real life, even the AI Greymane is annoying. Gotta make sure you click the portal, otherwise you're in trouble.
It is time I return to our core.
Health. There we go.
I grow tired of your petty squabbling. Gather tribute. Earn my
Look at my
favor.
teammates up here trying to push mid. There we go.
Well done.
Done, friend.
Your enemies
The
shall
curse.
let them fall before you.
Up, spread to him. Oh no! Ah! You See what I mean?
Surely miss that.
Can be kind of tricky to try and get out of there with that portal. Gotta have really good like timing and clicking skills, which I kind of lack. Alright, let's increase the movement speed of the Raven form. Obviously, I'm not saying this is the recommended build I would go with for other players.
Didn't see that one coming.
This is kind of just for myself.
The curse is over.
Because I can tell what other builds would be more useful. But in an AI match here, this is kind of what I'm kind of going with at the moment. Against actual players, like in ranked, no, don't go with this. I can already tell this would not be the way to go. Oh, there you are, Abather. Also takes a moment for the portal to actually get cast. I can be able to tell where Abather is. The thing is, they can also see me, though. So when it comes to a specialist, you know, he's not like Zool, where he can be able to really focus on pushing the lane solo, or like Sylvanas, or Asmodan, or Murky. That's not necessarily what he's a specialist at. So, because of that, I'm not really sure if he's like the kind of specialist I would want to go with.
For the sake of our future.
You will not stand in my way.
So, that one's down.
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute this time?
For Azeroth.
There's much at stake.
Alright. Let's fly over here. I see you, Tassadar. Aha!
Stand in my way.
Where'd you go? Aha!
There is much at stake.
Get back here. Aha! I got you.
Your fate is sealed.
That was kind of cool. I enjoyed that. Of course, this is an AI Tassadar. If he's, you know, the real player would have seen me and been like, ah, I see what you're doing. Of course, I had my polybomb ready to go, so. But that seems more, I'm pretty sure that's more useful for if you're going up against the group. Alright, let's have it, shield near, allies near the target. Looks like we're staying as a team at the
Gather
moment.
tribute or face my curse. Which one
The
was
winds
this?
of change are howling.
Ah, I see you, Tassadar.
Of course.
You will not
Get out of
stand in
here.
my way.
Huh. Why are my AI teammates retreating when they're all at full health and full mana? I don't know. You never know what the deal is with the AI.
Defeat
Hey, AI,
these
let's
mercenaries so that
let's get
they
some
might
camps.
join us.
Actually, hold on. No. Or yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Why not? Wait, here's where I can use polybomb. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. That alone. Oh, yeah. That polybomb alone stopped that bush.
It is time I return to our core.
Alright, so I'm gonna just tap this fountain. Of course, I chased them off so that Cigar could have a clean grab of that tribute.
Your enemies shall fall.
Meanwhile, top is gonna get absolutely pushed big time. Here's another opportunity to use polybomb.
Keep eliminating. Curse ends. Perhaps you are the same of our future value.
There we go.
Keep destroyed.
Alright. Woo!
It is time
Get
I
out of
return
here.
to our core.
Look at that, polybomb is still affecting them. Look at this, they're just standing there. They're having polybomb completely affect them. Oh, AI, you so dumb. Look at this. It keeps, that's the thing. It's infinite. It keeps going and going and going. It's like the Duracell bunny. Look at that. That is hilarious.
Excelsior.
Did he just say Excelsior? Hey, Medivh, played by Stan Lee. Excelsior! Further and farther, yes.
To return the favor.
Got a short cooldown too, only 40 seconds. Alright. So let's see.
Victory.
Apparently Medivh is considered a support? Hold on a second. They don't really have that for specialists. I've never seen a specialist have this next to it. So that's kind of surprising. Although Abathur used to before they changed things, so. See, he doesn't have it here. So, yeah, Medivh. Yeah, I'm not too fond of him, guys. At least for myself, because I don't see myself playing him all that much. Because I can tell he's not meant for players like myself. He's not my style. I don't necessarily enjoy his style of play. I know that there are going to be other people who are going to play him and they're going to absolutely love him. Kind of like those who love to play Abathur. Except that, you know, things like that polybomb, you know, the polymorph, That would be fantastic. The portals, I could absolutely see the use of those as well. If you put him in the hands of the right player, he's going to be extremely helpful and useful to your team. But I think that may only be the only people. That's why he is difficulty set at very hard. Because to utilize him at his best, you're going to have to put him in the hands of a really good player. So, not meant for me, not necessarily my style. You know, I'll probably just get him to 5, and then I may never touch him again until they do something with him. I don't know, so. But, who knows how much of an impact he'll make in ranked play. And I'll probably be making a video of that because they've changed some things. In case you haven't noticed, up here, we have Quick Match, which, interestingly enough, earlier today, there was something down here that said high wait time. It was kind of like giving you a warning that this hero has a high wait time in the queue. That's gone away. Apparently not as many people are playing him right now, so. But they've added unranked draft, which is kind of interesting. And of course, the new Season 1 has started for ranked play now. But I'll be doing a separate video on this. I don't know if I'll do I don't think I'll do a video on unranked draft. There's really nothing to it. It's just Quick Match, except that you can, you know, just do a draft format without having to do ranked. So if you like the draft format, you know. But yeah, that'll be coming. A video on the new ranked mode. Obviously, I gotta do some placement matches before I can find out the stuff. But they've added quite a few things, including different levels, ranks, tiers, such, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, Medivh, if you are a pretty good skilled player, you might like him. Not necessarily for me though. But you know, that doesn't mean he's bad. You know, I just can recognize that he's just not meant for me. He's meant for other players that are better than me. So, yeah. And I will say though, I think I may know who one of the next heroes are gonna add is, because in the hero trailer for Medivh, I believe I spotted Gul'dan at the end of the trailer. So does that mean that Blizzard has just hinted that Gul'dan may be the next one they add to the roster? We'll have to wait and see. And until then, I'll see you guys next time in the Nexus.